This is Replicant Fish. Hope you've had a very good day. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're feeling well. Hope you felt yourself today, and you can take that any way you want to. And if you're a woman hearing this, I hope you felt yourself today as well. And I actually mean that. It's actually good for you, but seriously. Like and subscribe for more content, more videos on, I've tried to understand what my content really is. It mostly is based around the connection between man and woman, and you can say the lack thereof, depending on certain situations, because I am actually fascinated by that. In part due to a fascination, admittedly, I've had with women, my life as a man, of course, obviously. But as a single man in 2019, there are many reasons why it makes sense to me. But also I do say, young men, understand I am speaking from a more aged perspective. So understand some things I say and my understanding partly comes from time. And I will explain that also in this video as well. But let's begin with the topic of why men are hesitant to approach women. Now, to address the first elephant in the room, rejection. The fear of rejection, of being turned down, being turned away. For some men, even as they are walking up to a woman, they are actually in the approach, and they can see the woman look at them and screw up her face. That's not actually funny. But I do want to first begin with the rejection. You see, the main difference between men and women in dating is, men for the most part are the chasers. We are the ones that have to approach first, make the first moves, initiate many first protocols, if you will. Women are the receivers. They're the ones that choose. They're the ones that choose which man they want to be with. Because sometimes women have more than one man actually talking to her, in her messages, in her DMs. So because the duty is mostly on the men to approach, for many men, this in itself is terrifying. Terrifying to the point where some do not even want to do it, because of the fear of rejection. Also, the fear of rejection also comes from the attempts and the failures as well. Alongside the rejection, it's the fear of failure. Because even in men that approach often enough, because they have been rejected a certain amount of time or by certain women, it then makes them build up a sense of a fear of failure. They do not want to experience the failure again because they've experienced it so much. But at the same time, many men understand that if they don't actually approach women, nothing would happen for them. Which obviously as men we know this, but many men see that as a detriment, where in a sense it can actually be beneficial to you. But I will explain that later on. You see, something to understand as men, women need something to work with. So even though women themselves know they will reject many men, they know they still want men to approach them anyway, or even try to, or have interest in them. Once again, women need something to work with. In a way to explain this, it would be, many women actually enjoy that they have the ability to reject you. In other words, women like the fact that men would want them, and they have the ability to pick and choose from certain men they may want. Women like that ability. It's not a power they ever want to give up. It's too powerful. It's the power to control men. Now for some men, this is where it gets confusing. Because a woman's ability to turn you down, many men have understood that the no isn't always the exact no. What I mean is, a woman's no is based on a few things in terms of you approaching her, or you trying something on her, you making a move on her. It's a sense of a few things. A no of complete disgust, like, oh my god, hell no, what makes you think I would ever even want to be anywhere near you, sort of no. Then you have the no of, the no, but it's not a, oh give up no, it's a no of, no but keep trying, sort of no. And you see, obviously in that instance, she is attracted to the man, she likes the man, she wants him to keep trying, but she doesn't want it to be too easy. She may want him to work for it, she's playing hard to get. It's part of the game. You have to give her something to work with. Now some men confuse this further by thinking, okay, give her something to work with as in give her everything. No. Giving a woman everything isn't giving her much to work with, it's showing her that you will do a lot for little. She doesn't have to do much to get this much from you. Whereas some men understand to give a woman little to nothing. Do not tell her so much about your damn self. Do not let her know everything. Do not give her so much. Do not try to overly impress her with all these things. It is good as men to have an air of mystery about you, to not let them fully understand you. But you see, more reasons why men are hesitant to approach women is the attitude. Along with the fear of rejection comes the attitude as well. Now, as I've said before, from some women's perspective, they get approached constantly. So for them, they have men trying it on them all the time. So from their point of view, you're just another man who has tried it on her today. You see, now this is where age and time plays a factor into this. And then you have to ask what sort of women are saying why men aren't approaching them and why. So let's look at this point of view for a second. Many women peak in their 20s. Many men don't peak until, let's say, their 30s. So look at this for a second. Many men in their 20s would have been heavily rejected. Yes, they may have some luck and whatnot, but many men do find that when they're actually older, they get far more attention and their dating options have increased. Widened, broadened, if you will. Because not only can they date 20-year-old women, yes, they can date 30-year-olds and 40-year-olds and 50-year-olds. Seriously. You know, their horizons broaden, if you will. But what ends up happening for the women is that when they were in their 20s, they had men chasing them, approaching them all the time. As they get older, they may have a few kids, may have had a few relationships, then they hit this thing called the wall, this relentless thing that all women have nightmares about, like Freddy. But seriously, when they reach a certain period in life, they may wonder why men of similar age or slightly older don't approach them. Now the point is, some of these men, they want to approach them who look good, who look as if they have money, they're groomed, they seem as if they know who they are, they carry themselves very well. They may wonder why these men aren't approaching them. Well, the thing is, and I'm sure many men understand this, a lot of those men got to that point. They did not always look that fresh. They did not always look that appealing. Many of those men were stumbling, bumbling, what you'd call nerds or ultra super mega nice guys. But over time, and through experience and age, they've evolved, if you will, into the men that you see now. The men that you see then, but that may not have been how they always were. Many men do grow and develop with time. It is one of the good things about men, how we can actually get better with time, over time. And in a sense, the certain confidence that some women like, many men do not naturally develop until they are older, because through years and experience they understand how to carry themselves better. They feel better about themselves, more confident in themselves. See, there are many reasons why men don't approach. You could say fear. You could say fear of rejection, fear of failure. Men that have been there and done it before, they don't want to go back again. Good God, no. Many men may see that approaching a woman is a waste of their time. Many men understand that a woman should approach them, that a woman should be chasing them. Many men have their own reasons for not approaching women, valid reasons. But as I always remind men, women only have the power that we give them. Even though they have to choose us, we are the ones that have to accept them. So understand, men, the truth is they seek our acceptance. But enjoy life. Live life the way it makes sense to you. Embrace who you are. Understand, some things do take time. Things change over time. And for all the things you may have wanted in your 20s, you may realize in your 30s and 40s and so on, what you should have been focused on all along. Learn from the mistakes of older men. Some of you may ask, what are those mistakes? Women owe us nothing as men, but also, we as men owe women nothing. Here's to approaching success with confidence. Focus. Observe. Remember. The world is yours. Have a nice day.